Hope my screen is visible to you all. Is it visible? Students, interaction is expected from you in today's session, especially because I need one of the volunteer also in order to proceed with respect to the demo lecture. So expecting you guys to cooperate with me. So today, like what we are going to learn is one of the important tool is nothing but Git tool. So in today's session, like what we are going to go through is like how to install the Git, how to create a GitHub account, what is Git, how does Git work, and what is GitHub, and some of the Git demo with respect to the Git and the GitHub. So this is what we are going to learn in today's session. So I hope, let me ask you a question, like how many of you know what is meant by Git? Are you having an account? Git account is there with you or not? Do you have a Git account? Just raise your hand. Are you having a Git account? Hope everyone are in final year right now, or else might be passed out students also. Do you have a Git account? Only one student had raised the hand. Even who is he? I don't know. Okay. Okay, Ranjini. Only Ranjini had raised the hand. Apart from her, like is anyone is having a Git account? See, the strength is also very less. So you can interact. If more number of strength are there, it is not possible for me to interact with each and everyone. And today's strength is very less. You can take it as an advantage and interact with me. Fine. So by considering like you have an account or not have an account, let me repeat it once again. What is the procedure to create the account for Git? See, the initial step is you need to install the Git and you need to create a GitHub account. So for installing the Git, like for Linux, like you can able to have like sudo apt get install Git. If it is Debian, then you need to give this command. Just take a screenshot of it and keep it in your PC. Later you can able to use it. For the Linux Fedora, then you can able to use sudo yum install Git. For the Mac OS, I had given a link over here. The same way for the Windows, the link is over there. So just you need to go to that link and you can able to create a free account itself. For the public repositories, you could able to create it without any sort of amount to be paid. So simply you can able to give your user ID and you can able to register yourself with the help of Gmail verification. So once the Gmail verification is done, then your account will be created. So once the GitHub account has been created, you could able to get a page like this. You could able to get a page like this. So initially you will be having like this. You don't have any public repositories yet. Likewise, you will be getting it. Okay. So at this place, you could able to do n number of tasks. So first of all, you need to know what is meant by Git. Okay. So Git is nothing but which is the version control system. Okay. Git is nothing but version control system, mainly which is used to help you to keep track of code changes. For example, if you are having a code during your final year, like 4 to 5 people will be in a team, in a project. So you are becoming as a team member. Okay, so among your team members, you might be doing some of the module. Each and everyone will be doing some of the modules. The same procedure only will be happen in a company also. So during your project phase, if you are learning how to utilize the Git, then you don't want to worry when you are joining in a company how to utilize the Git. So during your project phase itself, you need to have a GitHub account, and in that GitHub account, you need to have your project and you need to share your code with among your team members, and you could able to keep track of code changes, whatever happening with other modules in the same project. So this thing, if you are developing during the final year itself, then during a company, when you are going to work on at the fresher, if you are going, you won't be facing any sort of problem at all. So Git is nothing but a version control system, which mainly used to keep track of code changes. Whatever the code is being changed by your friend, you could able to track it. And whatever the changes you are doing, you could able to send the message to your friend that these are the changes I have made it. Just look into it. Or if you have some sort of issue which you couldn't able to resolve it and you need your help of your friend, then instead of asking him to come to what I can say, virtual environment, just showing their PC and or asking him or her to come to your home and resolve the issue, you could able to share your code to your friend and he can able to resolve it in his own PC and commit it back to you, your code itself. So Git is nothing but a version control system which is used to keep track of code changes, and mainly you could able to collaborate on code. Collaborate is nothing but you can able to send your code to your friend and you can able to get a code from your friend also. So everything will be at a single location. You could able to get it as well as you can able to send it also. So this is the main usage of Git. Okay. So version control system is nothing but which is used to keep record of your changes, and it which allows for the collaborative development also. And you could able to see the history of details also. Let me show you an example for the history. See, look at here. This is nothing but my GitHub account. I will explain you how to install the GitHub desktop also. But just for making you some sort of hope, okay, this is what finally I'm going to get it. So for that purpose, I'm just showing you example picture over here. So now look at here. I'm having changes tab also here as well as history tab also here. So what is the major use of my GitHub is history. I could able to keep track of all the history at this place. So like on which date the initial commit has been taken place, main page when it happened, then who contributed some other code to me. So everything will be displayed in a history. So this is the major advantage of using a GitHub. Okay. So what does the Git do is mainly in order to manage the projects with the repositories only. So you need to know what is meant by repository. Repository is nothing but a folder. Repository is nothing but a folder. So within the folder, you will be having all sort of your code. Consider like we are having a register form program, right? So register form program, which I'm having it inside the exercise program code. So so for if you have attended all of the practice session as well as the lectures, you could able to see output like this, right? So when I'm going to click on the submit button, if username and password are going to be same, then it will be move on to the next page. So this is the output we got it, right? So now this code, I wanted to share it with my friend. And I wanted to ask her to do some sort of modification or some other modules to be added onto it. This she wants to do it or he wants to do it. In that case, how I can able to send my code? Simply sending a code as a zip file and asking her to do it once again, which is like not that much efficient way. You need to have like keep track of changes, who had written a code, which line of statement has been written by whom, that details has to be known. So for that purpose, you could able to have a GitHub. So in the GitHub, like as you know very well, during the project phase, like ma'am will be asking you how much code you have contributed, how much code you have contributed, right? So this is like a platform where you could able to show you clearly this much percentage I have contributed and this much percentage she had contributed. So based upon that also mark will be given to you, right? So for those things, you could able to utilize the Git platform. And not only that, more than that, you could able to do, like I'm just giving you flow of what are the benefits of a Git. Once these things are clear, then I will teach you how to create a repository, how you can able to pull your code onto the Git and push your code also. Everything I will be explaining you with the demo. So prior to that, you need to have a basic knowledge about what is meant by Git, why it is being used, why everyone are asking about a Git in a resume also. During interviews also, sometimes they will be asking you, do you have any experience with respect to Git? Not only that, another important part is, with the help of a Git itself, if you are resolving some of the issues of public repositories, you could able to get the job opportunities also. Git is providing such a kind of facilities too. Now let us see one sort of example for it. Look at here. Let me move on back. Okay. See, this is the initial page. Once I logged in, I will be getting such a kind of page only. Now, below that, I'm having some sort of trending repositories. Trending repositories in the sense, like it is the public repositories. Meaning of that is, worldwide, many people are doing a projects in open source itself. If you want to contribute some of the code, you could able to contribute it with the help of a Git. See, let's see one example. Once you create a GitHub account, you could able to get this page also. Now in this page, you could able to see in which language you are being good, at least basically Jupyter or Python. Here itself you could able to see which language the particular project has been done. Python, then Jupyter Notebook, JavaScript, HTML. Likewise, you are having. Let us take a JavaScript code. Now, within that JavaScript code, you could able to see here code, issues, pull requests, actions, projects, security, and insights. Don't worry about remaining part. Just look after the issues alone, because step by step only you will be understanding each and every label box. What is the benefit of each and every menus? Now consider if it is an issue. Okay, when it is coming with respect to the issue, you could able to see here 14 open issues are there. Overall, 17 are already closed, but 14 are open. So if you wish to contribute to this issue, you could able to log into this place, and here you could able to see what is it, what sort of error message is there. Okay, this error message I could able to solve it. If you felt, then what you can able to do it is, just you need to go to the code and here at this place. Hope you guys are following me. Are you able to follow me? Just raise your hand or give a thumb. Are you able to follow me, guys? Okay. So by continuing it, look at here. So what I said, like you could able to have the issues also at this place. And when you are going to click on the code location, you could able to get the entire code at this place. How to use this code in my Visual Studio Code. So once you got that, then you could able to resolve it, right? So what you need to do for that is, just you need to click on this code and you need to copy this cloning. So whatever this cloning values are there, this you need to copy it, and you need to have some sort of GitHub desktop or a smart gate. Likewise, you need to have some sort of tool in order to integrate with your GitHub as well as the Visual Studio Code. So that is what, nothing but GitHub desktop, which I have used it here. So here is the GitHub account. Okay. Now what we have done, we have copied the code from there. Okay. So I can able to clone the repository of it. So what I can able to do, I can able to give the link over here. So such a repository is not there. Let me see what I can able to do further. I need to find your repositories. So I'm going to give a URL of it. Here I'm going to give it, and at which location I wanted to keep it. That also I can able to mention it at this place. Let me keep it inside the non-Moodle one CSS folder itself. Select the folder and I'm going to clone it. So once I'm giving a clone, what happens from the Git, whatever the code is being there, everything I could able to get it to my code. Okay, so now I got all the values from in GPT for all UI. Likewise, I got it, right? So this is the thing which I got it right now. Presently, I'm not having anything. So I'm going to the code right now. How to go to the code? Just simply by clicking open in Visual Studio Code. So what is this UI? Is nothing but GitHub UI. So let me open the Visual Studio Code and then let me say you how to install the GitHub account also. Now inside this, I'm having all the code over here. Inside the GPT for all, I'm having all the codes at this place. Whatever the codes are there, everything I could able to get it over here. It is like it is Python related things. So I'm getting the entire code over here. So if you felt like whatever the values, they said that it is JavaScript, but I'm having a Python code only over here. So might be it is integrated between the Python code as well as the JavaScript also. So accordingly, you need to go and check it out over there. What sort of issue is over there in that place, and accordingly you need to resolve it. And once you are resolving it, you need to commit it also. So let me first of all explain you. This is how, like, existing repository, if it is there, how you can able to get it to your own Visual Studio Code. This is what I have explained it right now. Is this part is clear for you? Is this part is clear for you? Like already some public repositories are there. How to bring that repository code to your Visual Studio Code? This is what right now I have explained to you. If this part is being clear to you, then we can proceed further how to create your own repository and how to pull or push your code onto the GitHub. Is it clear for you guys? Swati had raised the hand. Is it clear? David and Swati had raised the hand. Is it clear, or I need to repeat it once again? Okay. One had given a thumb. Anyone else? Okay, Subramani. Okay. So by considering that you understood the basic of GitHub, so this is a platform. Once you create an account, how to create account, I have explained. Just simply you need to give the user ID, password, and with the help of a Gmail, you need to verify your authentication and your GitHub account will be created. Once the GitHub account has been created, the next step is what you need to know, like just to check it out, the existing repository, whatever it is there, how to utilize that repository. If you are knowing how to get the existing code to your Visual Studio Code, then it's fine. You are like 25% is been clear for you. Now let's proceed with how to create a new project and how to create a repository in the GitHub, how I can able to pass it to my friend. So this is what we are going to learn it right now. See, global public repositories also is there. Just make use of it, that public repositories, and try to resolve those issues and increase your points, wherein the person who is looking after the GitHub, the company people, many of the marketing, what I can say, company people are looking after the GitHub also to pick up the people from the GitHub itself for the job purpose. So make use of it, issues and all those things, how to resolve it. So now let us proceed further. Now I am moving ahead to my first page. Okay, so this is my initial page. Okay, now what we are going to do it is, I'm going to open the non-Moodle 1 CSS folder. So inside that, I'm having 3 projects already, right? So what are those 3 projects? Let me close another window. Presently, I'm having only one Visual Studio Code. So I'm not going to look after the remaining part. Okay. GPT, register form, remaining things, I'm not going to use it right now. Or else let me take one new folder itself instead of okay, let me create one folder over here. New folder, and here demo. One folder I'm creating it, and this folder I'm going to open it over there. So now within this folder, what I'm going to do, yes, okay, here I'm going to create a terminal window. So here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to install, or else what I can do, I'm going to do ng npm install. First of all, Angular, I'm going to do it. Fresh project, which I wanted to upload to my Git. Okay, upload to my Git, and I want to ask my friend to utilize it. So for that, I'm going to use, let it be globally. So Angular CLI is done. Now I'm going to create one new project. Consider demo. Likewise, let me give. Yes, I need Angular routing also. Let it be CSS. So let it get installed. So what does Git do is like, which is mainly used to, or else manage the projects with the repositories, and we can able to clone a project to work on a local copy also, and we can able to control as well as track changes with respect to the staging and committing. These two words you need to keep in your mind. These are like keywords, staging and committing. What does mean by staging? In the sense like you are working on a local machine and your friend is also working on her local machine. Staging is nothing but before proceeding to the commit, just asking you, are you sure to click on this button? Like the similar way the staging is nothing but just asking your confirmation, is it okay to commit it? So it is giving you clear vision, these are the packages or these are the files you are going to commit it. Prior to that, is there any conflict is going to take place? So your file should not be missed out. So for that, let me save it at a catchy location, and then you get it from them, and then you can able to do it. Likewise it can be done. Okay. Okay, now let us see why the warnings are coming. Okay, we need to move on to the cd demo git. See, as like it is in a desktop, they could able to see once after ng add demo git, I got a folder known as demo git, and within that I have the node modules and all those things, and I'm having the app also. Within that app I'm having the HTML page also. So this page I need to get an output, and what is my plan is just removing all the existing values and giving only a single paragraph statement, and I'm going to commit it to the git, and that I'm requesting, I'm going to request my friend to take it back. Apart from the staging and committing, another two keywords are with respect to the push and pull, then branch and merge. So staging and committing, branch and merge, push and pull. These three things you need to know what is the usage of each and everything. Staging and committing, like while we are doing, going to see the demo, you could able to understand it. With respect to the push and pull also, and branch and merge also. With the demo, you could able to understand what it is. We are getting a output like this. So this is nothing but like once you are creating a, like after installing the CLI, then after adding ng new demo git, then you will be getting such a kind of output. This is like predefined HTML statement, whichever it is there, those things have been displayed over there. Okay, now I'm going to remove all those things, and I'm going to give here a simple paragraph, and let me give you align is equal to center, and within that I'm going to have a paragraph, or else let me give one h1, and inside that I'm going to give sample demo or else demo git lecture. Likewise, let me write demo git lecture. And let me make it as bold also. So what happens right now? Okay. Once I'm saving it, then I need to get an output like this. So I'm getting a output like demo git lecture. I'm getting it. Now what I wish to do it is this entire code, I wanted to give it to my friend. Okay, so for that, what I need to do, look at in my Git, I'm not having, see, non-Moodle exercise is there, then register form is there. Apart from that, I'm having some of the repositories. Okay, so now, apart from these repositories, I want to create a new repository and that I wanted to push it to my GitHub first of all. Okay, so for that, what I need to do, already I'm having a folder. Instead of creating a repository in a GitHub, what I'm going to do it, I have a project with me in my local machine. This I wanted to push it to my GitHub. For that, what you need to do, you need to click on the add here and you can able to use add existing repository and you could able to choose the path itself here. So in a desktop only, we were having demo git lecture, right? So you could able to choose a folder at this place. This directory does not appear to be a Git repository. Would you like to create a repository here instead? So I can able to create a repository also at this place. First of all, I need to create a repository and then I need to add it onto it. So I'm going to create a repository here, demo lecture get. So this is for demo lecture only and local path also has been given. And I wanted to have a initialize this repository with the readme also. Okay. And I'm going to create a repository. Okay, now, so once this is over, okay, I can able to. So here I'm having the entire repository itself. Push this repository to GitHub. So let the name be demo lecture git itself. Okay, and keep this code as private. I'm not going to make it as public to make my code to be public and let others also come and contribute the code. I'm not going to do it in that way. This is my project and or else in my company project among the team members only I wanted to share my code. So I can able to make it as private. So once I'm clicking publish this repository, then I need to have that repository in my GitHub. Okay, so that you could able to check it out. Hope you guys are following me. Are you guys are following me? Students, are you able to follow me? Okay. So look at here. Now at this place, see, I got a Priyambika Rajamanikam demo lecture git. I got one more thing. Okay. So now what I can able to do in this, I'm having only git attribute as well as the readme. Right. So inside this, I wanted to add my code onto it. That I wanted to share it to my friend. Okay. So what I supposed to do for it? This is done. And changes, nothing is over there. Now let me commit this. Initialize. The branch is up to date with origin mass, untracked files added to commit. Okay, so we have added already, right? So next part is whatever the changes are there, git attributes and those things are there. Now here, 1 minute. Okay, so here I need to give a commit over here. So here at this location, I'm going to give a commit over here, HTML page, some other message you need to give it over here, and I'm going to give a commit. So if you want to stage it as like none of the people are being inside this project, so I'm considering this is the right one. So I'm proceeding with the commit itself. Otherwise, you need to stage it and do it. See, you could able to see here M is nothing but modified. So modified, staged and committed. Likewise, you will be getting it. Okay, so I'm going to publish this branch also. If you want to publish this branch, you could able to publish the branch also. So you need to, the extension GitHub wants to sign in. Okay, this already I have done. Let me get. And source code control, everything is done over here. And so I need to authorize the visualization code to in order to do it from there, or else I need to do it from my GitHub account. Both the way I can able to do it. So it is being uploading the files to it. Successfully published. Let me check. Would you like to periodically run git fetch? Yes. Would you like Visual Studio Code to periodically run git fetch? It's nothing but like whenever my friend is going to pull, or else what I can say, if she is going to do any sort of options, that has to be reflected into me automatically. Let it get fetch also, I can able to do it. So open on GitHub. Now I got my code over here. So whatever it is there in demo Git, I got a code at this place. So this inside the source, you could able to see all the files inside the app. Like you could able to see app.component.html, whatever we have written, div align center h1 demo Git lecture. So this is being reflected in a Git. Meaning of that is from your local place, you have pushed your code to the Git. Okay, now what is my expectation is I'm expecting my friend to cooperate with me in order to complete my project. So what I supposed to do, I need to go to the settings. So in the settings, I can able to choose collaborators. Inside the collaborators, here I can able to add n number of people. So for example, if I'm going to use Abhirami ma'am, Abhirami Sridharan. Abhirami Sridharan. Okay. So I'm going to add the Abhirami Sridharan to this repository. Apart from her, is anyone is willing to add your mail ID over here in order to go ahead with the practice session itself along with me? Is anyone is interested? If so, please send a please send me your mail ID. I will add it over there as a collaborator. Then you will get to know clearly how to proceed also. If anyone is wishing, just put a mail ID over here. I will add you as my collaborator, and you could able to get get my code, and you can able to add some more modification, and you can send it back to me also. Fine. If you wish, you just mention it in a chat window. Otherwise, me as well as Abhirami ma'am, we both will proceed further. Abhirami ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, right now I had added you as a collaborator for this project.
Okay.
So I'm expecting you to show you the screen, share the screen and display the Gmail and proceed further, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Just a minute. Is it possible to share both the screen, yours and mine?
I don't know, is it possible or not? Karthik, is it
Okay.
possible to share both the screen?
Session option, I think picture in picture. What is that? Karthik? Karthik, are you there?
Fine, ma'am. It's okay. You just proceed further, ma'am.
Yeah.
And when you are saying, I will share the screen and show you.
Okay. Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is this option? Picture in picture. Okay, let us see. Okay, here my screen is visible, and Priyambika ma'am sent invitation, and I'm just clicking that invitation, and I'm viewing the invitation, and here I'm accepting the invitation. Okay, so here I can able to see her code. So how to get this code inside my VS Code? So just go to the code and copy this link, and here I'm using. You can see here what I'm using is Smart Git. So this is also one of the tool. Priyambika ma'am said about the GitHub desktop, right? So this is the Smart Git. So either one you can able to use, but Smart Git is licensed one, and you can you need to renewal the license and everything. So this is also free, and you can also do some hack to disable the license also. That is also option is also available. You can just see search in the Google. Okay, so here I am using the Smart Git. So this is a repository window. Here I can able to see all the repositories. What are all the repositories? What are all the projects which I'm working on it? So these are all the project names, and here this is a non-Mudalwan exercise and everything. And this is the window. This is the what is the stage of this particular file, and relative path. And here I can able to commit, and that is an output window. And here is an working tree, so it will gives you a tree like structure. You can able to see the who are all committing here. See here, myself and Priyambika ma'am did the same thing yesterday with respect to this. So these are all the changes, and we have committed something inside the Git. So all these things you can able to see here. And this is the stashes, and what are all the local branches stashed on stage one, and everything you can see in the branches. What are all the activities I'm doing in the branches, and in this window it will show you. So this is about the Smart Git. Here what I'm going to do is I have just copied. Okay, I have just copied the link, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to clone the repository. Okay. So here you can see here demo underscore git is the repository name, right? So the remote repository, here is the link of the repository name which I have copied, and I am giving next. Here you can see the repository is being, and here It is in the master. Only one branch is there. See, in company and all, we used to have master branch, developer branch, tester branch. So, yeah, if you are a developer, you can just go and commit in the developer branch, and from there you can able to merge to others. Okay, so like that, you can able to maintain the branches also. So here there is only one branch, so that is a master. And here next one is here, this is my local path. Okay, so this is the local path which I'm going to save this. So finish it, that's it. So here the you can see here it is been copied. This demo underscore git has been copied. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to that path. See here, I'm going to the where it is. Just a minute. I'm just going to the path. Non-modal one. And see here, this is the demo git. So just right click and open within VS Code. So here I have got the water all the code Priyambika ma'am sent. So I have cloned it here. Okay. Yes, trust author. And here you can see source, inside the source, app, and all the codes. I got all the codes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the open with integrated terminal. Okay. So what I'm going to do is open with an integrated terminal. So I'm going to run this in my local. Okay. So for that, initially I'm going to do the setup like npm install and everything. Npm install. Let me see whether it is running or not. Otherwise, I need to remove the what is that, the package and everything, and I need to reinstall it. Let us see whether it is running or not. Till it is running, I will just pause the video. It's the recording, okay? Just a minute. This is the picture in picture. Okay. So usually it will take 1 or 2 minutes to complete all this process. Let us wait. Hope the video is paused. I'll go for more detail to change the setting analytics.
Yes.
Yes. So still it is running. Let us wait. Usually it will take 1 or 2 minutes to complete. Let us see. You can see here demo git lecture. So this is the output. Now what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to do some changes here. Okay. So I would like to, okay. Just a minute. I will start there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I would like you to tell what are all the things we can able to do when while doing the changes. Okay, after I did some changes, how it is reflecting here, and how can I push it to the Git again. So again, Priyambika ma'am can able to change see my changes. Okay, so this is the thing which I'm going to do. I would like to add something like this. Okay, I would like to add some button here. Okay, like this, I would like to add some button or something else. So in the output, it will reflect. You can see here, I have added one button here. Okay, so I'm just stop the uh, execution, and you can see here water. See, there are two changes in the Angular JSON and also in the component HTML. What are all the changes I'm doing here? It will reflect. Okay, you can see here. So this is the old code, and this is the new current working tree which I am doing. So I did some changes here. Okay, and it is reflecting in my smart git because this particular folder, okay, is being tracked by the smart git. Okay, what are all the changes I'm doing? See, it is automatically executing. Okay, it is automatically updating all the changes. What are all the changes I'm doing in this particular file, in this particular folder, demo git. The smart git will automatically bring the changes here. So now what I'm going to do is, so after doing the changes, I would like to give this particular changes to the git itself. Okay, so for that what I need to do is, so the initially I need to save the changes. Okay, so I need to save the changes. What are all the changes I did in my HTML file? I need to save. I need to stash it. So stash is nothing but it will back up my change. Okay, it will do the backup. What are all the changes I did? It will take the backup. Okay, so here, so this is just an message. So it will you can see here it is reflecting here. Okay, so until this point, what are all the things changes I did? It got stashed. Okay, stash is nothing but the changes which I did in the local. Okay, after doing the stash, you can see here there is no file found. Okay, because it has been stashed. So stashed is nothing but it will take the backup of my local changes. So after doing all these things, okay, so what I need is, so right now Priyambika ma'am didn't do any changes in the Git repository. So it is not, I don't want to pull it again. So in the case, if more than 10 people is working in your team, okay, parallelly they are pulling something in the repository. Okay, at that time what you need to do is, then and there, whenever you are planning to push your changes to the git. Okay, whenever you are planning to push your changes to the git repository, first what you need to do is, you need to stash your changes. This is the first step you need to do. Okay, so stash is nothing but you are just taking the backup of your message. Okay, what are all the changes you did? So after that you need to pull it. Okay, after that what you need to do is, you need to pull it. What will happen after pulling this? So here you can see here, after pulling this, so if your friends, one of your friend did the changes like me, okay, in the repository. So I want that also. I want to get that changes also. Okay. So because you people are working in the same project, right? So you have to merge every all the codes. So if 10 people is working with you, you have to merge all the codes, right? So what you need to do is, after taking backup of your changes, you have to pull. After pulling, what it will do is, it will bring all the changes done in the Git. So right now, myself and Priyambika ma'am is there. Okay, you don't see any changes in while pulling. But if there is any change occur, okay, if Priyambika ma'am did any changes or someone else did any changes in the repository, it will reflect here. Okay,
Yes.
so all the modification.
Excuse me, ma'am. Like if
Yes.
any student is willing, then if they are giving their mail ID, then we can able to show such a kind of things also.
Yeah, if you are willing, please you can, if you are having Git account, please raise your hand and give your mail ID. And you can also, yes, Akash, please give your mail ID. We will do the changes, and we will merge your code also here. And if you are doing some changes, we can pull it. So we will do it as a team. Akash, you can give your mail ID in the put it in the chat box. Okay. If you are willing, just put it in the chat box, Akash. Ma'am will send you the invitation and you can accept and you can merge it. Okay. Will allow you to share your screen also. Okay. So if you are willing. Ma'am, I think he sent to the Gmail, ma'am. You can send the request.
Yes,
You
yes,
can
ma'am.
send the invitation. Yes. Yes. Now, ma'am is sending the invitation to you. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to proceed. So for that changes, okay, for that only we are pulling. Okay. So here what next step what I'm going to do is, so after pulling, what it will do is, it will download all the what are all the code changes did by Akash and Priyambika ma'am. I can able to see here after pulling it. Okay, here is the pull button. I can able to see the changes here. So
Ma'am,
after, yes, ma'am.
mail has been sent to him, so ask him to
Let
check
us
it out.
wait. Yeah, let us
Yes.
wait for him to, and we will make him as, and we will open his mic. I am just allowing him to talk. Okay, Akash, you can just open your mic and you can talk. Akash, your voice is breaking. Akash, are you there? Ah, yes.
Mail received.
Receipt.
A mail received. Okay, good. Just accept the invitation. Go to the GitHub repository and clone it. What tool you are using, Akash? Whether it is a smart kit or
GitHub
any?
desktop or SmartKit?
Mobile phone. Mobile phone.
Okay, so in that case, if once it is done now, let me, ma'am, if you are sharing, it's not possible to share. There is a code space is there. So with that also, you could able to do modification and do it. If you are having a mobile and right now you are not having a laptop, but you wish to do it. So in that case, you could able to see in a GitHub to the demo lecture Git at that location. When you are clicking a code, you could able to see local code space.
No, ma'am. Okay.
Akash, are you
Ma'am,
having a laptop with you right now?
no, ma'am. No laptop.
Only mobile phone it is there with you.
Yes, only mobile.
Uh, then in that
Okay.
case, so
Okay.
in tomorrow's session, I will explain you how to go ahead with the code space. as time is very limited. So let us proceed today with respect to me as well as Abhirami ma'am. In tomorrow's class, you please come up with the laptop and we will proceed further. Is it okay, Akash? Make a setup in
Okay.
your laptop with respect to the code. Whatever ma'am had explained right now, once you got a code, how to do it in your PC, how to bring a code to your Visual Studio Code. That ma'am had explained right now only. So the same procedure, you need to do it in your Visual Studio Code also.
When mobile phone is not using.
You can able to use it in a mobile phone also. So in that case, yeah, let me give you a clue how to proceed further. There is a option in a GitHub. You could able to see code, right? With green color, you could able to see code tab, right? Let me share the screen and show you. Ma'am, is it possible to share the screen? Is my screen is visible? Hope my screen is visible. Akash, is it visible? Hope.
Yes,
Akash?
ma'am. It is visible.
Okay. So see, just you need to
Ma'am, your voice is not audible.
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
See, at this place you are having a code, right? So in this location, you could able to create a code space on master. Once you are clicking it, you will be getting the entire code itself over there. Here itself, you will be getting a Visual Studio Code itself. All the terminals and everything, you will be getting it. You could able to do modification via the mobile also, and you can able to commit it. Akash?
Ma'am,
Just you need to click on this code, and here there is a code space is there. If you're clicking code space, you will be getting a one code space. Let me change it as demo, and you could able to use it. But always you need to prefer the laptop only rather than the code space.
okay.
Okay, so just
Yeah,
click on this and you could able to get it.
okay, ma'am. I will commit it now and let us show the changes to them. And Akash is parallelly, Akash is trying to do the changes in the code space.
Okay.
Okay, here I have what I did was here I have pulled it. Okay, so after pulling it, you will get the recent changes. What are all the changes ma'am did? You will get the recent changes. So after this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the stash. Okay, so just I'm going to, you can see here it got applied. So here on master working also here, and some changes ma'am has did, and that is also reflecting here. And you can see the I'm just applying the stash. So at this point only, after applying the stash only, you will get the conflict. If it is if this particular file is having conflict, it will reflect here, and you can click that particular file and you will resolve the conflict. That part we will give you the demo in tomorrow's session, how to resolve the conflict and all. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just to click on the working tree. Okay, so I'll just click on the working tree, and what I'm going to do is, see here, this is the file. Okay, this is the file which I'm going to commit it. So this is the changes which I did. Okay, so on clicking that particular file, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stage the changes. Okay, so what is mean by stage? After resolving all the conflict, what you need to do is you are choosing the file. Okay, you are choosing the file which you want to commit and stage. Okay, the stage is nothing but the person who is performing should be in the stage, right? So during some function, you can see the person who is going to perform should be in the stage. So similarly, this is the file. So if you are having n number of file, so if you want to commit this file alone, you have to uplift this particular file to the stage. So that is the meaning of the stage. Okay, so here no files could be staged. Why? So here in the current working tree, yeah, it is modified. So I'm applying the stash. Okay. So here I have already applied the stash. Now what I'm going to do is, here you can see here now. So this is the file which I'm going to, it is reflecting here. You can see. Okay. After applying the stash, you can see it. This got staged. Okay. So I don't want to stage this Angular JSON and everything. I am just staging the HTML file alone. So after this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to commit here in this window, commit. Okay. I have what are all the changes I did in that particular file. I need to commit it by giving some message. So I have added one button, add button. So that is the change which I did. So here I'm just committing it. So you can see here. So in the master branch, I have committed here. So here, hope you guys are seeing this. Okay. Hope you guys are seeing this. And here add button is nothing but this is the one which I got, which I have committed. So now what I'm going to do is after committing it, okay, after committing it, I'm going to push it into the this particular file to the repository again. Okay, so yes, I want to push it. So here I'm pushing it. Okay, so hope it should reflect. So you can see here. So everything in this graph itself, it is showing everything. Initially, while doing the commit, it's shown like on master alone, right? With this play button. Now after pushing it, what it has shown, origin and master has been merged, which means my code has been pushed there, okay, in the repository. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to the repository. Okay. So where it is, you can see here in the repository. Let us see whether the changes got reflect here or not. You can see here the button has been added in the repository. So this is how you need to, after giving the invitation, Priyambiha ma'am gave the invitation to me, and I have added some code from my side. Okay, I have added some code from my side, and what I did was using this particular tool. Okay, using what is this tool? This is the Smart Git, and here you can able to do the things. So first, what I did was, I will tell you first thing what you need to do is clone. Okay, this is the first step. And after doing changes in your VS code, what you need to do is you have to stash. So stash is nothing but it's like a backupping your changes. Okay. So after that, what you need to do is you need to pull. So pull is nothing but the changes, pulling the changes. The changes done by your mates. Okay. By your mates. Okay. By your project mates. So what we need to do is after that, you have to apply the stash. Apply the, okay. So apply the stash is nothing but it is like merging the code. Okay. Merging your code with theirs. And after this, you need to resolve the conflicts. Okay. So next step is what you need to do is you have to stage. Stage is nothing but, so you are just keep all the files to commit in the stage. Okay. So after that, you need to commit it. Commit with some message. What are all the things you have did? You can give it in as a brief message here. And finally, you have to push it. So push is nothing but it will push your code to repository, GitHub repository. Okay. So these are all the things you need to do. Okay. I will give these steps to you. Just follow the steps. So these are all the simple steps which you need to follow. Okay. So just copy paste it and follow the steps. So whatever tool you are using, that's not a problem. Okay. These are all the steps. These steps are common. So staging, pulling, pushing, committing and everything. These are all the things, but only the look and feel will be differ. Okay. So we would like to show you the two tools, both the Smart Git and the GitHub desktop. Okay, that's why we have used the both tool. Whatever comfortable to you, you can use it. Okay, so that's all in about from my side. So we will ask from Priyambiha ma'am. Priyambiha ma'am, anything else?
Yes, ma'am. So in today's class, like what you have learned is like what is meant by Git and what does Git do. Then one simple demo with respect to how to create a repository and how you can able to send an invitation to your friends with respect to sharing your code. How to pull what I can say. How you can able to put your code onto the GitHub. Then how you can able to share it with your friend and how your friend can able to take the code and do modification and once again committing back to the Git repository. So this is what in today's class we had learned. So in tomorrow's class, like how to, like right now Abhirami ma'am had pushed the code to the GitHub, how to get back that code to my Visual Studio Code and how to resolve that conflict and all those things in tomorrow's class we will see. Hope you guys learned today how to create a repository and how to pass a code or how to push your code to the Git repository and how to invite the collaborators and how friend can able to take those values and how they can able to commit it back with the help of both a tool known as GitHub Desktop as well as the Smart Git also. Is it clear? you have any sort of doubts, you can able to put it on a chat window, or else you can able to raise your hand. Up to this part, is it clear?